regrets. I'm on the run, chasing the check, dropping the top, riding the vet, feeling myself, what you expect, you know I'm with it. No better feeling, cause I could've quit, but I didn't. 007 when I'm on a mission, moving it up to a better position. They thought I was tripping.
What's going on, YouTube world? Charles Hutchinson here, and we're wrapping this thing up, man. It's been an incredible year, a lot of growth, and shout out to everybody who's been supporting, from, again, just the viewers to also, of course, the brands that really support me. Cool Wig, 12 Bagger, Bowlersmart. Without those people really coming behind me, they really accelerated the process. And then, now having relationships with some of the other brands has also been very helpful to work with them on a number of things. And of course, Joe Poe, huge shout out to them. They have an incredible product, and it's been crazy, man. Crazy time. And now they have grips going into 2024. So check out Joe Poe. And then also one of the standouts of the year for me has to be, again, the Hypes, Strike Force Hypes, man. A shoe, yes, a little coincidental, but shout out to my man Jason Guest and the whole team over there for this incredible shoe, man. It's interchangeable. They've done limited edition sneakers, essentially, and it's been a really fun thing. And I've seen a lot of people ask questions, want to see, hey, how can I get them? It's just been a very cool process. So again, shout out to Strike Force, my man Jason Guest, man, shout out to you. But yeah, so the list, there's been a total of almost 88 just entry, certain above rhinos and tropical surges, right, that came out. So anything above that. So it's a lot of bowling balls. 88. I didn't review all 88. It's a number of electrifies and some of the hustles I didn't get to, but it was still a lot of bowling. And it was very interesting and taxing to see everything and to give them all an honest look. So it's always the hard part. So there's a number of bowling equipment that, again, like I said, that came out. Some of the stuff that's a little bit newer that I couldn't really spend a lot of time with or didn't fit my eye. But again, there was so many good ones that came out that, again, didn't make the list. Like a Stealth Pearl, really good. The Ebonite Emerge, probably one of the sleepers. There's a lot of ASIMs with a lot of staple nameplates. Black Widow 2.0 hybrid, that, again, it's not enough room for everyone to throw this ball 1,000 times. So, but again, just so many good pieces. And again, I know everybody, I did a little bit of talking to start off, of course, but again, it's end of the year, man. Give me a pass, bro. Relax. But yeah, so I'm gonna start this thing off with my honorable mentions. So these are everything that was almost in the top 10, but I just couldn't justify it. So starting with the Nigel Global Sublime, that ball is a monster, right? And coming off the heels of, again, the TNT Infuse and the Journey, it just was, man, there's so many symmetrics that came out, especially just within the SPI family, not to mention what Brunswick came out with. So it just was a lot. And again, I just couldn't justify putting it over some of these other balls, especially seeing as it just really came out and I haven't been able to throw it as much as some of these other pieces that are on the list. So again, honorable mention, Sublime. And then also, this is a big one. This is gonna be a really big one. I'll probably catch a little heat for this one, but the Piranha, the Columbia 300 Piranha power cord. This ball rolls really good, and it's again, it's one of the balls that was teetering. I enjoy throwing it, but when I'm bowling for the money, this is probably gonna be in there. It's probably gonna be in the bag. Gonna lie, it probably is. But yeah, so honorable mention goes to Piranha, and then also my last honorable mention is the Black Venom from Motive. I know that's gonna be a heartbreaker for some, but because of another ball that's really high on this list, it couldn't make it. And if you've followed the channel, you probably know what ball that is. But again, where does the other ball fall on the list? So again, this is really like the Black Venom is probably like 11 for my top 10. So we're gonna go ahead and get to 10. And this is probably gonna shock some people. It's probably gonna shock the people, and no, this is not, you know, I'm feeding into the hype machine, you know, pun intended. But I really, really enjoy this ball, like the Storm Journey. And yes, you know, for some people that say, oh, it's a two-hander ball. Like, no, it's not, bro. It's not. But for me, what I saw out of it, what I continue to see, is this gives me that really, really good blend of what I see from like a TNT infused to, you know, some of the slower options in the symmetric pearl line. So this is like that in between. With this particular cover stock, I think it's TX16 pearl, which is, you know, the pearl version of what's on the Phase 2. It rolls really, really good, and it handles the volume like really well. Like I, of course, broke the cover a little bit. Like I took the shine off. When I say break the cover, that's what I mean. I'm taking some of the shine off to give me, again, a more consistent read, and that's what it did, man. Like it just, when the front started to go a little bit, started to transition to hair, I can pick this ball up, and it just did all the right things, man. So that is number 10, man. The Storm Journey Belmonte ball, just dope. But the number 9, another one that might shock people, the Track Theorem. This is just, you know, the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid was a staple, you know, for a lot of folks. You saw it really, really heavily present on the tour. But for me, this one was just better. It slotted more in. I feel like the Black Widow hybrid is a little bit stronger, and the Theorem is a little bit cleaner. So when the fronts really, really start to go, this one floats just a little bit easier down the lane, and it hightails it left, like hightails it. So this, I know for sure, like I just need to get left. Like, I just need to get left, and it's gonna do it every time. There's not enough friction on the lane that it's gonna make it do something crazy, or it's gonna just bail or lose energy. Like I feel like sometimes the Widow could stand up a little too much and then kind of burn up a little bit, depending on how bad the lanes are. So again, no fault of its own. These balls are designed to fit their particular purposes. So I'm gonna talk about that in a little long, but that's number 9. And then we go to number 8. Now, this is a ball you just want to throw. Like I feel like these bottom 3 like are just balls that you just want to throw, and that's the Virtual Energy Blackout. Like the Virtual Energy coming in at number 8 is it is one of the balls. It's a black bowling ball, man. Like I really wanted to do the black bowling ball video, and I still might at some point, but it's just it rolls really good, man. A lot of the videos, even more comparisons coming into 2024. Man, the ball rolls really good, man. Like I just thoroughly enjoyed it. It can handle some volume. It's another one of those balls. Like a lot of the shiny stuff, I end up taking. I hit it, brush it, you know, ever so, you know, with the true cut pad, and it gets the job done. Like just period, get the job done. Get the job done. But yeah, so clean, a lot of pop, but it does read the middle of the lane. So it's not as clean as something like a Journey or even a Theorem. Like it's definitely a stronger ball than that. And I think it's a little more comparable to the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. But yeah, so now jump into number 7 on the list. This is one I was just, as soon as it was announced, I needed it. I needed it. Katana Assault. Like Katana Assault, man, was by far like one of the HK22 like flagship balls. I think that was a huge step following the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid, that we got a legitimate step up from what the Widow is. This ball is a heavy rolling, you know, bowling ball, but it still will crash left, man. Like it's going to see the friction and go. It is a radical ball, and I feel like a lot of radical stuff like is just like really heavy rolling, but it's really to blend out like the over under. So a lot of radical stuff ends up being, you know, great house shot equipment, especially like the hitter, like the radical hitter was like a really good ball. It just was, again, pretty clean for what it was, but it had a ton of response, a ton. So it just, again, the hitter didn't make the list. I'm just saying, like, radical specifically, they are really like locked into making sure that they are producing bowling equipment that fits, you know, the house shot bowler. Like, that's what they're really geared towards. That's what they do. But Katana Assault, that is, again, number 7. And so now, getting to number 6. This is another one, man. Like, the gold label, the Zen Gold Label was, you know, a darker colored, things like purple, but it's like really dark. Bowling balls that I was just like, man, Storm was coming out of some of the equipment not being as down lane as we were accustomed to. And I feel like this was one of those balls, right, that they got it right. And, you know, the finish and just whatever cover stock formula, this new 80, I think this was one of the first like 801 cover stocks. They changed everything to the batch and it works. Like, this is, you know, if my theorem is not working, not shaping up exactly how I want to, or the lanes are too fried or whatever, maybe I'm going through something physically and I just need something, you know, to get down the lane just a little bit easier. Gold label all day long. And this thing, it just hooks. Like, it hooks down lane. Like, it sees nothing, you know, those first, you know, 20 feet of the lane, and then it just gets to the mids and just goes. But yeah, so Zen Gold Label, again, at that number 6 spot. And so now we jump to, again, probably another sleeper ball. Any day I'm in a pro shop, somebody asks me, oh, I'm looking for something clean that hooks, you know, down lane, you know, one of those really generic questions. Hey, Charles, what do you recommend? Man, Brunswick Ethos. Brunswick Ethos at number 5 is, I picked it up. I had no idea what I was walking into. And it did the job and some. Like, it was definitely 100% a step up from, again, balls like the Gold Label. I feel like it's stronger than a Gold Label, stronger than a Stealth Pearl. I feel like there's like tiers in symmetric pearls, and Ethos is like that middle ground where you still have stuff that's stronger than it. As far as like even hybrids and pearls, right? Like the Sublime, I still feel like is a little bit stronger than the Ethos. Ethos, again, you got that Sublime TNT that are, again, a step above. I feel like they're just overall stronger. And the Journey as well kind of fit like right above the Ethos as far as like overall strength. The Ethos is a little clean and pretty snappy. Like it's pretty, like, and you can tweak it and fine tune it to make it, you know, even more of one thing. And I feel like this is where, you know, layouts and surface prep can really dictate. I feel like it's a very tunable ball. Number 4 on the list, Motive Primal Shock. This, you know, if I had even more time with it, it might have been higher on the list. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is the shape that I like to see. Like, it's strong. It's a lot of motion down lane. It's like if my Piranha like had even more hook. Like, that's how I view it. Or it's like a phase 2, right? But it's more, like, it's more down lane. Like, it just like the continuation that I've seen out of this ball, and just the overall shape, like, it's just, it fits my eye. Like, if you can't tell from this list, I like stuff that's a little bit cleaner and a little bit more motion down lane. Does that mean, like, oh, if I was building a tough shot bag, right, am I bringing every one of these? No, some of these have some overlap, but this is not build a bag video. So, but yeah, Primal Shock, man, number 4. Now, again, at number 3, 900 Eternity Pi. 900 Global Eternity Pi, man. This was just, the Eternity was okay to me. And the 900 Global Reality had been so dominant for, I feel like just for SPI. And they found this formula, this combination, and it just worked. I mean, I never had a big issue with this ball continuing down lane. Whatever amount of volume I saw, like, it always made that right motion. I could get a little more on top of it. And it just, again, its shape, it read front to back very, very well. And it's just one of those balls that I want to throw it. Like, I want to throw it. Like, just period. Like, this is like that big ball in my bag that when people, again, come into the shop, they ask me, hey, what ball? You know, I'm looking for a bigger, strong, ASIM that doesn't, die out so much, down lane once it starts to see friction. Eternity Pi, right? It's one of my first answers. So that's it, man. Like, Eternity Pi, man. Yeah. That's what we got. Then number 2 on the list, another big bowling ball. Brunswick Mindset. Like, if y'all don't get your minds right, this ball, when it came out, I was like, Brunswick hasn't had one like this in a while. Like, this big, strong ball that continues. I can get left. If you watch any of the videos, getting left is what I do. So a ball that allows me to get left, I need it. I need it. I need it. But back to my bad, sliding all over the place. That was just a very, very good piece for me. I threw that everywhere. I need to order another one. This was that ball for me, man. Like, just point blank, period. So yeah, that's number 2, man. Like, if you haven't checked out a Mindset and you just got a thing against Brunswick or whatever, like, I like good bowling balls, man. Like, period. Like, again, those 2 bowling balls, like, are just really, really good. I don't care where I'm at. Heavy volume, a house with too much friction. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this Mindset, bro. Like, just what it is. But that is, two down. And this number 1, I have a whole video up. I shot, what was it, 850? No, I shot 836. I think it was 836. My highest set I've ever bowled in my life with this ball. And, it was a great weekend. And I feel like I had the world, that 3-game set. And, if everybody on this particular staff, and I think most of the bowling industry can universally recognize that this ball is really, really good. And that's the Hammer Envy Tour Solid. It's just like that. It's like that. That's my number 1 ball of 2023. And it did not disappoint at all. Like, and it came out along probably the people's choice of the Black Widow 2.0 hybrid as being the number 1 selling ball, possibly. I don't know how the Blue Hammer is doing, but I think those 2 balls might be the most selling balls, right, of the year. But for me, that right there, the Envy Tour Solid is number 1. I shot my highest set of my life with that ball. It's like 280. It's like 280, and 260 or 280, 260, 280, something like that. And it just was, it was a crazy day. And that ball did all the right things, and I still can continue to throw it at any time. It's a smooth, controllable piece that fits right in the middle of my bag as my, I don't like the term true benchmark ball, but it gives me a look on whatever I'm bowling, right? Keep moving further right, or I just need to move more left. It does it. It gets the job done. But it will tell me when it's time to get out of it. You know, when things are just burning up, or it's you know, moving too far left now. And I need to get something a little bit cleaner that's going to shape a little bit more. But it's that go everywhere bowling ball for me. If you find me at a tournament without this ball, man, you probably in for a good day. Because this ball, man, holds me up, makes me look a lot better than I am. And I just, again, appreciate that thing. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed 2023. And again, I appreciate you guys. And we have a lot more to do, man, a lot more to grow. And hopefully we can continue to grow this thing and keep, you know, bringing on more and more folks. The point of this is not just to grow and put my face on everything, right? But it's to get as many people who really, really want to work and put the time in, help them grow and give them an opportunity to be seen and showcase and teach other people who want to be great as well. So again, shout out to the team, my boy Tyler Wainwright, who's been helping edit everything for, again, like the past like 2 months. And he's been doing an incredible job, and I couldn't have come out with the content at the capacity without him coming on board. And then of course, my team, you know, Jason Merrill and Jeremy Briggs, you know, those guys been extreme helps when, again, you know, your boy lose motivation, or again, life's getting to me, you know, being able to call those guys has been extremely helpful. And then of course, you know, my family is always a huge part of everything that I do. They're a huge reason of why I do what I do. My mom has always believed in, you know, my ability to whatever I put my mind to, right, I can figure it out. But it comes with its sacrifices. And of course, you know, my wife, who probably puts up with the most of, you know, everything that goes on here, right? You know, the late nights, you know, when I'm recording and things being missed, not being able to go to Disney World sometimes. Yeah, I live in Florida, guys. And, you know, not being able to do some things or dropping the ball in certain areas, right? You know, I'm learning, I'm growing, but she has to put up with the most. And again, I appreciate you and I love you. So yeah, again, it's been a crazy year. Hope you guys are still on board, man. And big plans, man. So stay out, stay blessed, stay safe this holiday season. And let's get ready for a ball, man. Charles Hutcherson, the hype. We out for the last time of 2023. Yeah. Can't wait. 2024, here we come.
Never gonna change. Counting it up, forming a plan. Ain't buying no chain till I buy me some land. Making the way to buy my estate. Boat on the lake, plus one in the bay. What can I say? I want it all.